Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere. Welcome back, my friends. Today we are gonna tackle the freezer and some other areas of my kitchen. As you can see, I do have a small freezer. I also have a small freezer chest that is not here, but I only had it for a month. So up until now, I was dealing with this small space, and it's always been a challenge for me because as a person who likes to cook from scratch as much as I can, I find this little space very restricted and it kills me. Now that I have everything laying on my kitchen island, we're gonna start going through everything. One of the things you're gonna see that I'm gonna show you is how proud I am of always buying things on sale and then freeze them. If I'm not gonna eat them right away, it goes off to the freezer and obviously it's gonna be eaten later on. Also, I always keep every bone of a chicken roast I make or a piece of meat or a turkey because I love to make my own broth. And while we're doing this, I want to give a shout out to Kim from The Watts. Is actually the person I'm watching on my tablet. You can see there on the kitchen island while I'm doing this. I found this woman. She always makes me laugh. She always brightens my day, and she's a happy person. And I'm sure she will be 100% a super fun friend to have. Well, the good thing about having such a small freezer is that I almost finished. I just wiped it up clean and I'm gonna have to put things back. And as you can see, it's gonna go super fast. And yes, I do have Halloween cupcakes. They were left over because my husband do like cupcakes. I don't, but he does. So I bought a bunch that were on sale and it was too much for him to eat at once, so I freeze them. Now what I just did was combine them in the same package and I left out 2 or 3 that couldn't fit, so he's gonna eat that today after dinner. And now that we are done here, we're gonna move on to the pantry. And of course, we all need a little happy dance. Before we get too lost into this video and organizing, which is mainly probably the reason why you're here watching this, I just wanted to let you know that you're gonna see me doing a lot of things in my kitchen and in my house in later videos. And just to let you know, again, you don't have to spend that much. I've seen a huge amount of videos where people has spent like $300-400 on organization items just to make things Instagram picture worth it. This house in particularly, it has been built in the 1950s and it hasn't seen any type of renovation since the 90s. So we're talking about chipped paint, a door that doesn't close perfectly, a cabinet door that I close and it pops up back again, and it annoys me a lot, by the way. But it is what it is, and it's okay as long as my house is clean and we can live and we are comfortable in it. That's okay with me for now. We have plans though to do things in the house, but for now, we've just been here for a year and I want to know where we are, how the house performs, if there is gonna be any shifts in the house, because being a brick house, I know some cracks can appear sometime. Also, it has a crawl space, and I believe foundation can be moved or shifted or something. So right now we are into monitoring the house, the performance of the house, how things are going and what's gonna happen.
So, pro tip. But little backstory first. I used to give my husband lunch for working in these containers, but they're plastic. They still flimsy. They're not very sturdy or solid. So before I switched to the airtight containers I showed you before, he used to take lunch in this. Now, what happened is that I had these on the back of my cabinet, as you see right now, and I was going to, as I mentioned a second ago, I was going to give them away, but I've been doing some thinking. I'm gonna keep them because we do love to host. We like to have people coming over for lunch, dinner, birthdays, whatever reason, just because. So I've been thinking, and I always like to send people out with some food that just we ate, and I always cook a lot, so it makes sense for me to actually keep them. And instead of giving the typical paper plate with something and just put the aluminum foil to cover those plates, I think I'm gonna keep them and say we host Thanksgiving, right? Or Christmas, or whatever. So instead of doing that, I can, or with a Tupperware that I might not ever see back, I usually do, but just in case. I think it will be super cool idea to actually put the leftovers here. So everybody goes around, makes their own plate, fix their own plate, and they can take it home like this. I also have this box here. That box is full with these round ones. Husband used to have a salad in here with the little containers I showed you before too that I put up there for the dressings. I used to make a salad here and put the little container with the dressings so the lettuce doesn't get soggy or anything. But I think I'm gonna keep them, and I'm gonna send people away with, fix your own leftover plate, takeout moment. This is a really cool idea, just pop on my head. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them actually back where they belong down there, and you'll see what else I'm gonna put in there. So don't go away.
FYI, I am struggling here, guys. Turns out that for whatever reason, I've lost a lot of footage, especially the before and after shots. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where they go, but you're gonna see the after shots in this video are recorded like 2 weeks after the day I organized these cabinets and these drawers. The good thing is that, as you can see and you will see, pretty much I have maintained everything, which is a winner here in my house, and I'm sure it will be a winner too in your house, especially if you have young children. That helps with the chores, that put away dishes and stuff, and you know, they don't always put everything where it belongs. Also, I found out that I have quite a few spices and things that are very old, expired, 1 to 2 years expired. It's not something that happens a lot, but again, and I keep mentioning this all the time, and I might sound like excuse, but it isn't. It's mostly reality, and it is for me and for many people out there too. When you are through a period of depression, I don't think depression is something that is gonna cure forever. I think you have good times and bad times. I think it is a condition that lingers on you, and it's gonna stay there pretty much your whole life. Yes, you might work on it, it might get better, it might improve, and you might not feel it 24/7, but you're gonna have some high and low peaks, and that is completely normal. Or at least that is what my psychiatrist say, and he is the expert, so I tend to listen to him. But yeah, I was gonna say that you're probably gonna find some old stuff in your house that you have to throw away. You know how it goes. Sometimes you buy on top of things because you don't remember where you put it, because you cannot find it, because you are at the grocery store, but you cannot really remember, did I have these? Did I run out of these? I don't remember. I'm gonna buy another one. And you know, it piles up there in your cabinets or your drawers or your closet or whatever you are decluttering and cleaning right now. You're gonna find expired old things, even especially in your fridge, in might as well your freezer. That's why it is important to, from time to time, keep doing these things. I'm happy to report that I did find some things, but not a whole lot. Now that I am confessing to you guys, this is a little bit embarrassing. You're gonna see a lot of decluttering through my whole house. But I used to have a cooking blog in Spanish when I was in Spain. I tried to keep up with it here when I moved to the US, but again, you know, depression came in and I stopped doing many things that I used to do. I used to be obsessed when I moved here because I left my house in Spain, a whole house, a complete house, my life with everything in it. I left it to my mom because we did live together. So, you know, it did not end up in the trash or whatever. So when I got here, I was obsessed with replacing everything that I've lost in this move. And I ended up, and you're gonna see that, with a lot of things that I sit down today and I'm thinking I am in this stage of my life where I don't think I need that many things. So we're gonna throw away / donate / sell some things that I haven't even used or maybe I used just a couple times and then I stopped. Like a pasta maker. You know how many use that here in the US? 0. But I used to use it in Spain. So when I was here, I thought I need another one because I'm gonna keep making homemade pasta. Yeah, it did not happen. And like that, many items. Right next to my stove, I used to have 2 utensil holders that you just saw. One with the silicone utensils and the other one with the wood utensils. And do I use all of them all the time? No. I tend to gravitate way more towards the wooden utensils for whatever reason. So you know what? We're gonna get rid of things, my friend, like a lot. We're gonna go from 2 holders to 1. This being said, something that has been in my mind since I started to do this decluttering through my house is the fact that I want to sit down and make a video with all the things I've learned through this journey. There is a whole lot of things that are hidden behind decluttering that nobody tells you out there. There is a lot of emotional stuff. There is a lot of physical as well, because maybe doing a drawer is not that much, but when you get into larger items like furniture or something that is on my mind and it's on my plans, we're actually gonna do it this upcoming week, is the garage. And I can tell you, every house, everybody has a shame room. Mine is the garage, because I threw everything in there. It was organized until it wasn't, because if I go and get one thing that I need out of there and it has to go back, I might ask my husband or my son to bring it out. And you know what? Things rarely go back to where they belong. Literally, they just drop it wherever. And that has become chaos. And beyond. I don't think there is even a single word that can describe that garage. And it's gonna be fun, and it's probably gonna be a split video because the amount of things out in there is humongous. But why exactly I just told you this sidetrack story about my garage? Because I was saying, one of the things that nobody tells you is all the baggage it comes with the decluttering. You're gonna feel horrible, you're gonna feel bad, but at the end of the day, there is so much benefit from decluttering something. It gives you peace of mind, it gives you calm, it gives you that feeling of freedom. It's gonna be easier to keep up with the cleaning, to putting things back up on its place where it belongs. And it's overwhelming. It's very overwhelming, because to reach that state of something being organized, you're gonna go through a whole mess, and you can see it. You're gonna see it constantly. I shove everything into one place. It's usually, obviously from the kitchen, it's gonna be the kitchen island. Have you seen how many things can fit inside of a drawer? It's stupid. I mean, sorry. Oops. I say that. But it is stupid. And you buy something and you put it inside a drawer, and you keep doing that for months and weeks and years and forever and your whole life without getting rid of anything previously. So at some point, you're not gonna be able to open that drawer. I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to do that. Now, here's my tip for you. If you are trying to declutter, you have to take everything out and go one by one item at a time, and ask yourself this question: when is the last time I've used this? Let's take an example, this meal prep baggie holder. How many do I have? It turns out I have 6, because when I bought it, it was a pack of 6. And I was excited, like, ooh, there is a lot, super good value on this item. Now, when I use it, how many times I use them at the same time? All 6 of them at the same time? Never. I cannot think a single day that I use all of them at once. I usually meal prep for the week, and since the week has 7 days, watch out if you didn't know that. The week has 7 days. From 7 days, there is one that is gonna be meatless, so probably pasta, and another one that is gonna be pizza. So I'm not gonna use 2 of them right there. Now, from there, I might use something that is frozen, maybe like fish. Am I gonna thaw that a week in advance? No, I'm gonna take it literally the night before, or if it's for dinner, that very same morning. So there we go. I went from 7 days of the week to maybe use it, I don't know, 4, 3, depending what I'm gonna make that week. So do I need 6? No, I will be fine with 4, maybe 3. Yeah, and even you're gonna be fine even with 1, you know. Just do one thing at a time. You don't have to do every single day at the same time. You don't have to meal prep and have 7 baggies open. It might be hard to picture this, but I promise you're gonna see it, because one of the things I want to do in the channel too is to meal prep with you, to show you not what we eat per se, but how can you cook in a budget and doing things literally from scratch. Are we gonna make bread? Probably not. Why? Because I do have some pain in my hand, osteoarthritis. Hello, thank you. Welcome to my life. You know, when one of the affected areas are my hands, and I don't like to make bread anymore because of that. I could use my KitchenAid, but I'm a person that goes with feeling things, and if I cannot put my hands on and work with my hands, I'm not sure I really like to make the bread on my KitchenAid. Eventually, sometimes I do it because, you know, I'm really in the mood of having homemade bread, but not that much anymore. And again, it's one of those things I used to do back in the day, 5-10 years ago, that I'm not doing anymore. And like these, there are 3 million other things, 3 million other items around my house, and situations and events and things. So yeah, we're gonna declutter a house, and we're gonna declutter a life as well. Anyways, what am I doing right now? Oh yeah, I found out in a drawer papers that came with the house. Just to remind you, we've been in this house for a whole year. I found out the furnace stove papers and how to use. I found the fireplace too. I don't know, a bunch of papers. So I'm just literally throwing this away because we're not using them, because in today's world you are gonna find them online. So I don't do I need this big stack of papers here? No, really. So I'm gonna put them, all of them, in this envelope and recycle them. Literally. I also had all these labels, you know, every time you buy a bottle or the spice jars or whatever, it always comes with labels. Do I use them? No, because Either I make my own labels or I don't use them. I don't like my handwriting, so I literally make them with a computer. Usually is with the Avery.com. It's so easy to design your labels with Avery. You just go there and pick and choose, and you can get one of the pre-made ones, or you can make it on your own. That depends on how artsy are you with computers and graphic design and whatever and whatnot. You might not even like that. You might have a pre-cut. Go ahead. I do have one, and it was a gift from actually pre-cut a long time ago. I don't remember when. A couple years, 3, I don't know. It's a pre-cut yoga. Yep. There we go. I'm gonna make probably some labels for the bathroom, and I'm gonna use, I think, the pre-cut because it's been a long time since I used it, and I'm in the mood. I don't know. And just like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you don't need to spend a whole lot of money trying to buy clear containers because they're trendy, because they look good. You don't have to. You can use whatever you have around the house. You can use Dollar Tree non-clear containers. They do have a few selection of them at Dollar Tree. In fact, the ones you see in my videos are from Dollar Tree. They're not super cute and nice and come with 3 different sizes. Literally, I only found 3 different acrylic clear containers at Dollar Tree. Literally 3 different ones. And I'm okay with that, I have a lot of non-clear ones that I've been collecting through the years I've been in the US, and I'm using that. And you know what? It's fine. They are inside of a drawer or a cabinet. Nobody sees them but me or my family. It's okay. It doesn't have to be nice and fancy. It has to be functional. It doesn't have to be, again, Pinterest or Instagram worth it. It has to be functional. It has to work for your house, for the people it's in your house. It doesn't have to work for social media. Is aesthetically pleasing? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you prefer pink containers. I don't know. Maybe you prefer them black. I don't know. I don't have a preference. I think I do. I like the clear see-through ones, but once again, I'm not in the mood, not in the place to spend really $30 in a set of 10 acrylic clear containers. I don't want to spend $30 on that. I don't have $30 to spend on that. If I have $30, I will probably go to Food Lion, where I do part of my grocery shopping, and buy some discount meat I can freeze and feed my family with. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not that fancy. You saw me, You see me with what I call house clothes, things I wear that are comfy when I'm inside of my house, and I don't have to be all cute and fancy for nobody but me and maybe the cats. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. It's been fun rambling my mouth here, and I hope you did like this video and you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.